What the fuck was this?
For today, in the name of freedom, we take the battle to them.
Oh, hello and welcome to a review that is going to be full of negativity. I'm just letting you know that now. So, just to give you some history, right? I love the first Strangers movie. I think that it is fucking terrifying, and I'm not someone who gets scared, easily, but that first movie is so freaking scary, mainly because first of all, it's shot really well, but mainly because there's no demons, no possession, nothing supernatural. It is literally just a home invasion movie, which, is something that can happen in real life. This is not unrealistic. And they just did it so well in the first movie. And then we had the second movie, which, not as scary, but it was more entertaining because, of course, it wasn't trying to be as serious as the first movie. But god damn it, I was really excited for this because even though they said, "Oh, we're gonna reveal who the strangers are, discover how they became the strangers." Come on, man! What the fuck was this movie? I was so excited because, as I said, I really loved the first one. And I knew that they said that this is going to be very similar to the original. But holy shit, this was the most boring movie I have seen this year. 2024 continues to disappoint me with the movies I've seen. Although, to be honest with you, it could have just been poor choices because I haven't seen the first Dune, and I know that Dune Part 2 was great, but fucking, what's it called? Godzilla Kong, Kung Fu Panda 4, The Strangers Chapter 1, everything's just disappointing. The only thing that has been like my saving grace is Abigail. Abigail was at least decent. This, holy shit. Okay, so let's just start off right. There's no scary moment in this movie. Not any scene that was creepy. And to be honest with you, in terms of the positives, I can't really give this movie any. I think that there's just a couple cool shots, mainly the scene of, when Maya, I think her name is, I don't know, fucking know, Madeline, when Madeline Petch is playing the piano, and, you get that shot of Baghead Scarecrow just sitting in the chair. I really like that. Obviously, that's meant to be like their equivalent to that iconic shot from the first movie. That was the poster of the film. But yeah, it wasn't as effective, obviously. It was cool. It was cool. I'll give them that. It was cool. But it was nowhere near as scary. The main characters are just not enjoyable at all. Maya is like pretty crap. And oh my god, the guy, I think his name's Ryan. Oh my, he's so annoying. He was the most insufferable character in this movie. And the actor, I don't know the actor's name, but I hope that whatever else he's in, he does a better job because his acting in this film was absolutely atrocious. And just certain decisions that were made no fucking sense. And, I think probably the best comparison is the scene when they enter the bedroom, like when they're getting chased by Baghead, and they enter the bedroom, and then Baghead is fucking knocking the door down. Madeline is fucking crying. She's in tears. She's terrified, and this dude is just kind of sitting there, like, oh shit, there's someone here. I also think that this movie doesn't utilize silence as well as the first one because, obviously that shot from the original of like Baghead just like appearing out of the darkness, obviously that entire sequence is just silent. But in this movie, like with the shower scene, they just use the fucking jump scare noise. Like, oh my god, look, there's someone there. Come on, this is the most generic horror movie I've seen since The Boogeyman. Like, what the fuck? The original movie was, terrifying because of the silence, because it was real. And then, it became somewhat creepier when the music started, because obviously the strangers played the music. Here, they were like, "Oh, you're supposed to be scared. We use the jump scares. Come on, be scared." Whew. Not just that, but the characters are dumb as hell. And I know that in the previous movies, everyone kind of craps on the protagonists because, oh, they're so stupid. They're the dumbest characters ever. The first movie, I can defend. Okay, I can defend them because that is a reasonable reaction. People don't act properly, they don't act normally, they don't think properly when they're under stress like that. That's understandable. Okay, the second movie, granted, there are some really stupid ones that I can't defend, like the brother, whatever his name was, not shooting the blonde bitch, and then like later on in the movie, he just fucking stabs pinup girl like 1,000 times, like with no issue. Here, holy shit, these characters are so dumb. They are so stupid. They get cornered by one of them, and then when the stranger leaves, whichever one it was, I don't even remember, like 5 seconds later, oh, they just walk around making noise, like the stranger just couldn't be 5 fucking meters away from them. But yeah, they just don't care, and the thing is that there's gonna be people who are gonna be like, oh, they don't know they're in a horror movie. Oh, they're not acting stupid. They are fucking dumb, man. But yeah, I think this movie's biggest fault was that it was just a remake of the first movie, and they made it crap. Like, I can't believe this. It currently, on the movies that I've watched this year, it is 13th from the bottom. Okay, the reason why I say like that is because I don't want to say how many movies I've watched, but it's 13th from the bottom. And honestly, I think it's gonna be knocked down a lot more. But also, just unrelated to that, in the trailer, they put the text, "Discover how the strangers became the strangers," which they did not do that in this movie. I know that it's a trilogy. I know the trilogy, like the second part, is coming out later this year. But let's be honest with ourselves. A movie, like just a casual moviegoer looking at this, they're like, we did not discover how they became the strangers. So I don't think they shouldn't have put that text in the trailer for this film. But yeah, I am praying that chapter 2 is better because holy shit, this was absolute garbage. There were two highlight scenes for me though. The first one was when Baghead kind of enters the house, and then Pinup Girl, they start like panning between Pinup Girl and Baghead, and they just have this awesome music playing. Which, to be honest with you, it was probably supposed to scare you, but that just gave me goosebumps. I was like, oh my god, that's so cool! It's all of them. This is like their Avengers team up scene. But if they, the only way it would have been better is if the blonde bitch was there. I don't know her name, but goddamn, that would have been so cool. But the other, the other scene is where I don't know if it was Pinup Girl or the blonde bitch. I think it was the blonde bitch. Oh my god, when she captures Madeline in the woods, that is the funniest fucking scene I have ever seen in a movie. Where Madeline was just hiding in like the twigs and the grass and shit for so long. She finds the body of the guy from the beginning who was killed off screen. What the fuck? What is this PG-13 bullshit? She was hiding there for so long, and then when the stranger shows up behind her, she screams, and then you have the funniest fucking knock sound, and she just falls. I literally watched that scene like 3 times. I had to rewind it. That was fucking brilliant. Oh my god, it was like the dong sound, Oh my god. Oh, that was amazing. That was the funniest scene in the whole movie. By far the best scene. I don't really have high hopes for the next two movies because it is going to be the same director. And seeing that they took what I think. Look, okay. The Conjuring is fucking terrifying. Okay. That's probably the scariest movie in my opinion. And then The Strangers is scary on a different level. I love The Strangers. To me, it is one of the scariest movies of all time, just because of the fact that it can really happen. But the fact that they made this out of it, a movie that was not scary, not for like a second, it's ridiculous. So that's why for chapter 2 and chapter 3, I really need to see them improve because I say that they've already filmed it. Like, they've already filmed it. It's the same director, meaning that he's gonna handle the strangers in the same way. And it's gonna be even worse because we're gonna discover who the strangers are. Oh my god, that completely defeats the point of it. They're called the strangers. You're not supposed to know who they are. In fact, you know what I'm gonna do? Um, I I mean, it kept getting taken down by due to copyright claim. But I for my Godzilla -1 spoiler review that I tried uploading, I used the title of like Godzilla -1. How did they do this? Obviously, because it was the first Godzilla movie to have a really good story in recent years. I'm gonna do the exact same thing for this. I'm gonna call this video The Strangers Chapter 1. How did they do this? Because it's the complete opposite of what I did before. But yeah, overall, this movie is just a complete disappointment. Very, very boring. Stupid characters. The strangers aren't scary. The generic horror tropes, not utilizing the silence properly. Just overall being a worse remake of the original. I can't really give this movie any positives other than a couple, cool looking shots. Apart from that, it's maybe like a 2 or 3 out of 10. Yesterday I said a 4 because I watched it yesterday. Now I'm thinking maybe a 2 out of 10. So yeah, that was my depressing review of The Strangers Chapter 1, a movie that I was really looking forward to. And to be honest with you, I was actually going to go and get the poster for this movie from the cinema. But now, yeah, no thanks. I don't really think it warrants that sort of acknowledgement. I got the Godzilla and Kong poster mainly because it looks cool. The movie disappointed me because I'm a Godzilla fan, but I still took the poster because it looks cool. This movie, the poster looks cool, but the movie was fucking atrocious. This is where I would usually say, please let me know your thoughts, but I think a lot of us are going to be pretty unanimous with our decision with this movie. But yeah, I mean, obviously people can have their own opinions, and I'm really interested to see the opinions of anyone who loved this movie. So yeah, please let me know your thoughts on The Strangers Chapter 1, aka the remake of The Strangers 2008. And yeah, if you did enjoy this video, please leave a like, subscribe, and goodbye.